that know her.
Technically, I'm a witch.
Season 2, Vampy D's. Ash is vamp-splaining. Petey's learning about the bros, Stefan and Damon. Pete-dictions coming true. Founding fam's got a plan. Guess who's back in the falls with their eyes on her man's body stacking up? A lot of people H for B. Now what's going on with these Vampire Diaries? Hello, welcome to the Vampire Diaries, the Vampire Diaries podcast. Excuse me, we're rolling with it. The Vampire Diaries podcast, not cough cast.
No.
Where a guy who has only seen one full season of the show thus far watches the series for the first time with a super fan who has seen every episode. I'm the titular PT. Let's just say I put the PD in Van PD, but please call me Pete, and I'm here with my co-host and co-parent, Ash.
Hi.
What's up, Ash?
I'm doing better than you, I guess.
A single cough?
No, but then you had to take a deep breath. I don't know. You struggling over there?
Well, it's been quite a while since we recorded. We missed last week because...
We did. We were out of practice.
You wanted to make French fries one night, and that caused us to not record.
That's not why.
Oh, okay. That's why, listeners. Ash, but let's forgive and forget about the French fries.
It's not because of the French fries.
And let's move along to very exciting things. I have several topics up front.
Okay, what are they?
First, the French fries. Just kidding. It was our 1 year anniversary on Friday.
That's so crazy.
This past Friday. We've been potting for 1 year.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
I know. We started when we had to be safer at home and in Los Angeles. Mm-hmm. And we're like, we need to do something else.
Yeah, we can't just think about our kids, spend time with our kids.
And then go to sleep and wake up and do it again?
Yeah, stare at the boob tube. We gotta watch the boob tube for a different reason.
That's a terrible name. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that's awesome. A year. We've grown our listenership.
We have. We're getting listens, like I said, every day.
And we had another fan.
Another listener, I would say.
Another listener message.
Yes, which actually, beautiful segue to what I was going to say next. We got a listener message. Ash, I don't know if she wants us to put her name out there, but she's a listener from Australia. Uh-huh. And let me just peruse her DM real quick.
We love these messages. Keep them coming.
Yeah, they make our whole lives. So this was a DM on Twitter, at Peter L. Harmon. We love that. I've gotten a DM on Instagram.
Yeah.
And these things are never weird, so I've been sharing them with Ash.
That's what I was going to say. It hasn't been weird.
No. So, hey, Pete and Ash. Love the pod. Thanks. Oh, and she was actually responding to a question that we asked, which was... We were like, how do people listen to the podcast? Do they watch the episode? What's going on?
Right, or do they just remember it and they listen, or what do they do?
She listens to the pod without watching the particular episode because she's a hardcore TVD fan.
Yes, fellow super fan.
She has watched the Vampire Diaries 3 times, and she's been listening to other... Well, hold on. I don't know if I like this. She's been listening to other... TVD podcasts?
What?
Well, now I'm jealous. Now I'm a scorned...
Maybe we're in good company.
A scorned podcaster. I know the series by heart. Love hearing everyone's opinions on it. Even Ash's, she said. No, I'm just kidding. Different views. All right. Brag moment. I particularly love listening to Vampire Diaries because of my screenwriting background.
Yeah. It's so unique, though. It's an interesting perspective.
Behind the scenes knowledge. Wow. I these are too lofty of praises for me.
Well, you got them, so be grateful.
If you're listening, thank you so much. If you want a shout out, let me know. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
I didn't want to put your out there.
Yeah.
And you'll get flooded with our rabid other one listener. No, I'm just kidding. But Ash, and tonight, the last topic before we dive into the cold open, Burr. I'm drinking a Vampire Diaries related beverage tonight.
Yes, tell us.
I call it the Wooden Bullet.
Okay.
It's a Brothers Bond mixed with bullet whiskey. So it's like shooting the bros.
Yeah.
Wooden Bullet. Basically, it just tastes like whiskey.
Yes, two whiskeys.
It's just whiskey.
That's
Wooden
cool.
Bullet.
That's a good way to get your Brothers Bond to last a little longer.
Yeah. Water it down with the same strength of whiskey.
Yeah. Cool. That's fun.
Tastes good. Hey, a lot going on here in Vampede land.
Land? Oh.
Land world.
Land. World.
The grill, up in our grill. Ash,
Are we ready?
this week's episode, we watched season 2, episode 15, The Dinner Party.
Yeah. And I was trying to think, have we ever thrown a dinner party? I don't think so. And we've
we
had parties,
yeah.
but I don't think we've ever hosted a sit down meal.
No,
Is that
but
a thing you do when you're in your 40s? Because we're getting up there.
I feel like rich teens do it on all these shows.
Yeah.
And then Real Housewives do it.
Maybe we have never done it because we don't have a big enough table.
No, yeah.
We could only ever have 4 people, and that's 2 of them are me and you.
We currently have a big enough table. We can pull it, have the leaf and things like that. However, too small of a house.
Oh yeah, I forgot that it does that.
Yeah. And I think it's kind of fancy it.
We should do that next time.
We
have your parents here.
We got a table for free from a very good friend, and it's a bomb table.
Yeah, it's a great table.
Have we had a dinner party? I don't know. No, we usually have one time we did make your own nachos, hot dogs, and a third thing, but nacho cheese.
Yeah, we did a
veggies.
hot dog bar one time.
Oh, chili dogs. Make your own chili dogs, nachos.
Those were 2 different parties. Yeah, huh?
No, happenstances 2.
Oh, I was thinking of Dina's going away party was a hot dog carnival party. Oh. Well, not a dinner party per se.
Listeners, have you ever had dinner parties? Let us know in the comments.
All right, cold open. What do we got?
Elena is reading the Gilbert Journal. These past founders are having a dinner party.
Yeah.
And they're celebrating burning down the church and the vampires.
Right.
They're like, there's no vampires anymore. But then they see some whooshing outside. So Jonathan, JG,
Yeah.
he goes outside.
He's everything's fine. There's no vampires, but also I'm scared.
And his vampire compass begins to spin.
Like crazy.
And it's spinning around. Stefan runs in and kills a bunch of people.
Including Jonathan Gilbert.
And then I was confused because I was like, this fella is still writing this journal after getting killed.
Yeah.
But we learn later why.
You don't want him to say it right now.
He's wearing the ring.
Yeah, he's got his ring.
Yeah, when that came up, I was like, oh.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Ash, after the logo, the title screen.
The regular show begins.
Act 1 begins. Stefan is skipping stones at the lake. I saw he had a 2-plunker. That was about as good as he got. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, they're still at that lake house.
Damon calls he was boning Andy Starr. Mm-hmm. She's still around.
Yeah, she's still around. Damon really is having fun with her.
Damon and Stefan do exposition over the phone. Ty ran away. We don't see Ty this episode.
No Ty.
He, the actor who plays Ty, was taking a vacation to Cabo. No, to a lake house. Lake Tahoe.
Lake Tahoe? Okay.
We don't actually know that. Damon has...
I thought you were going to say something like Moon Ridge or something. Like you were going to make a vampire pun. I mean, a werewolf pun.
Moon River.
Is that
Wolf
place?
Creek.
There you go.
Wolf Creek, Australia. I think that's an Australian horror film.
Okay.
I know we have people from Australia listening.
Yeah.
And
They'll have to correct you if you're wrong.
we love to hear it. Damon has the dagger to kill Elijah.
And the white ash.
And the white ash. Aunt Jenna. So our podcast doesn't have the dagger, but right. Aunt Jenna is showing Elijah around because he's an author, a historical author.
Mm-hmm. Also, she probably thinks he's cute.
Yeah, at first I was like, is Aunt Jenna, does she do real estate? I was confused as to what was going on because it had been, 2 weeks since we watched the last episode because of the french fries.
She's just part of like the founding families thing, and so
Yeah.
she's like helping him out.
And Elijah's like, these founding families didn't found anything.
No. Burn. She's like, don't tell anyone that.
Yeah. Alaric walks up. He's there to tag along. He's the history teacher.
Mm-hmm. And the boyfriend, and the jealous boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Also, he doesn't trust. He's not actually that jealous, but he doesn't trust Elijah because he knows that he's a vampire. You wouldn't let your girlfriend just walk around with some strange, dangerous vampire.
Depends. Depends which girlfriend. So Aunt Jenna goes away for some reason. I don't know. She walks away.
Mm-hmm.
So
New scene.
So that Elijah and Alaric.
She just walks ahead a little bit.
Yeah, so that Elijah and Alaric can do their talking back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
Elijah tells Alaric that Alaric is on the list of loved ones that Elena is protecting.
Right.
Bonnie is at the grill. Jeremy swags over. Fresh from kissing.
It looks like he had a little bit of a haircut.
These actors, Ash, and their haircuts.
Many
They could
haircuts.
get a trim every day if they wanted to.
I know. They probably do.
She's thinking about the spell. He's thinking about something else.
Yes, they're like, hey, we should talk. Yeah. And then, she starts talking about the spell and how she got weak and whatever. And he's like, oh, yeah. Like he was obviously going to be like, did you like kissing? Which he did eventually ask her.
Yep, and he invites her over that night to practice.
To practice spells, which we all know what kind of spell he wants.
Yeah, I said that later. I wrote, yeah, we'll get there. I'll just say it again, because that's what I do.
Do it.
Luca walks up. He's mad, and then Jeremy slams him around a little bit.
Yeah, because he got like really intense with Bonnie.
Yeah, but also she roofied him.
She did.
Yeah. So he should be mad, but also he should be chill.
Get on my face.
Yeah. Elena's still reading. This is a reading episode for her.
Yeah, she mostly reads until the very end.
Stefan startles her. Stefan is mad that she's willing to sacrifice herself to Klaus.
Right. He's like, you've barely lived your life. You're basically a baby.
Yeah.
Do some living.
I'm very old. You're very young.
And that's why I like you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just kidding.
Elena is finding secrets in the journals.
You mean journals?
Journals. They wanted revenge. Who wanted revenge?
Stefan and Damon. He's lumping Damon in with him. Yeah. But as you can see in the flashback, it was only Damon. I mean, it was only Stefan.
Damon was a sweetie boy. Uh-huh. They were roles reversed.
Yeah.
He survived because of the ring. Jonathan survived because of the ring.
JG.
JGL.
No.
Stefan.
That'd be more interesting, though.
Stefan was a monster. Flashback. It's a flashback ep.
Yeah. But not as much as other flashback eps. Like, it has little bits of it, but usually other flashback episodes are almost exclusively flashback. This one wasn't.
Yes. And we flash back to the bros party pad. Mm-hmm. And Stefan is sucking necks.
Yeah.
He's acting like Damon.
Which we've seen Damon do this.
We've seen Damon do the same thing when he had the sorority sisters.
The college girls,
Yeah. It's the same thing.
But switched.
Damon wants to leave town. Stefan is going to get them killed. Mm-hmm. And then Elena says, "It sounds like you were Damon."
Yeah.
Just in case any of us viewers
Didn't get
it, yeah.
It was very obvious, but thank you, Elena.
But Stefan caps it by saying, "I was worse." So it was worth her saying that
So he could say
to
that.
give us dummies to be like, we were right.
But it was also nice to see sweetie little Damon with his long hair. I
Yeah.
really like his hair like that.
Yeah, it looks good. He can't go wrong. Alaric is telling Damon and Andy Starr about his day with Elijah. Andy has been compelled, and it's very weird.
Yeah, because she's just like part of the group and like
Yeah.
part of all these conversations and stuff.
Yeah, they just tell her everything.
And Alaric's like, oh, this is weird. And yeah, Damon's like, it's okay. She's compelled not to tell anyone my secrets.
Yeah. Jenna and Elijah come up. Alaric leaves to grade papers. And Andy says, let's have a dinner party. Catherine is old in the tomb. We finally saw her old in there.
Yeah, she wasn't just like talking like this.
Yeah.
But looks the same.
It looks the same. She
was old for like 3 seconds.
yeah, and then Damon fed her blood.
But you know what? I'm like, man, they really put all that makeup on I want to say Katerina Petrova.
Dobrev.
Yeah, Nina Dobrev for like a 2-second shot.
Yeah, they might have. They might have done a little digi as well.
You think so?
They might have just. Yeah, they might
Because
have.
that's a lot of makeup.
They might have grabbed that shot at the end of the day or something. I don't know. First thing.
Well, they should
One or
have
the
showed
other.
her a little longer, all decrepit, I think.
That's your favorite.
She just took like one sip of blood and then was like, hey guys!
Yeah, and then Damon's like, you're almost pretty again. Damon fills her in on the deets. Catherine doesn't want Elijah dead, or does she?
You didn't know that at the time. You were believing her 100%.
I was on. There was a roller coaster that the writers of this episode cranked up.
And you were sitting front row?
Yep, and I had my hands up, and I was saying,
Woo!
woo. Catherine doesn't want Elijah dead. He compelled her to stay in there.
Right. She said if he dies, then the
Compulsion.
compulsion stays.
Yeah, but I was confused. Like, you're compelled? She knew she was compelled?
That's a good point, actually.
She was like, I was compelled. I gotta stay in here. It's like, well, what? you know you're compelled to stay in there, but what if you just walked out of there?
That's a good point. You poked a good hole in there, actually.
I mean, somebody else might say that, yeah, people know they're compelled or something like that, but that's not what I've learned from...
No, this whole entire show so far, it's if you're compelled, you don't know it.
Yeah. But she says...
I mean, even if someone told her you're compelled by Elijah, which probably has happened at some point. Probably Uncle John told her or something.
Yeah.
I guess she would remember what Uncle John told her.
I don't know.
But if you know you're compelled, then that defeats the purpose of being compelled.
To me, they could have just chopped that line out altogether and it wouldn't have changed anything.
I agree, actually.
She does want Klaus dead. Catherine wants out of the tomb. Can't do it. She's compelled. And Damon wants to kill Elijah. And then he's like, guess who's coming to dinner? Which
Yeah.
is a weird... We know he likes film.
Yeah.
So it's a film reference, but it doesn't really make a lot of sense.
No, but it was a good little act out moment.
It was, and that's... Whoever... All right, I know, like, groups of people write every episode, but whoever was in charge of this scene was just going ham.
Just saying stuff.
Yeah. I don't think Elijah is the same as Sidney Poitier or Ashton Kutcher, who was in the remake.
The remake.
You know, two timeless actors,
Right.
Sidney and Ashton, which are also going to be my future daughter's names.
Those are good names. You know what? Side note, I went to Ashton Kutcher's restaurant back in like 2004 or something when I came to California to visit.
Okay, stop bragging.
And we like hung around the front door and it wasn't open yet. And then we got in, we got to walk around. He wasn't there.
Oh.
But I saw Wilmer Valderrama get in his car.
Wow. I've also had at least one or maybe two Wilmer sightings.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool. I didn't see Ashton, which was a bummer, but it was cool to go into his restaurant. I wish I could remember what it was called.
It was called Von Dutch Hat.
No, it wasn't. But that was like at the height of his fame.
Uh-huh.
So that was cool.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Stefan tells Elena what was going down in the flashback. Stefan was drinking soldier's blood.
Yeah, that's kind of smart for a vampire. Like, look, all these people are dying. I'm just going to come drink their blood.
Yeah, it's kind of like old school blood bank. Mm-hmm. He starts following a cloaked person.
Yeah.
It's Lexi.
But you didn't remember it was Lexi.
Well, it was like, I am Alexei. I was like, who's this person? Lexi.
But you didn't recognize her face?
No, I did.
Oh, okay.
Especially when they were like, Alexei.
I think she was Alexis.
She gets to be in another episode. Good for the actress.
Yeah.
Hashtag blessed.
But yeah, this is their friend origin story.
She calls Stefan a ripper. Mm-hmm. Seeing the dead bodies in his house. We're going to have to change that. Stefan in present day is sad that Damon killed her.
Yeah.
That puts a lot of weight on there. Like, man, Damon, you really killed this friend, this good friend.
And, like, she literally saved Stefan's life and changed him, like, completely, and Damon just kills her.
Yeah, and I think I say later in the notes, like, she kind of does his, Lexi helps Stefan with his hero montage kind of deal. Like, you're bad, now you're going to be good. Like, Rocky chasing those chickens or whatever. That's Stefan.
Yeah.
And Lexi.
And Lexi.
Andy, Star, and Aunt Jenna are setting up the dinner party. Jenna likes Alaric, but she feels like he's hiding something.
Because Uncle John was like, he's hiding something.
Yeah, he's hiding something.
Why does she have to believe Uncle John, though? I guess that stuff just gets in your head. But, like, Uncle John is the literal worst.
He's the worst, and she doesn't like him. And he would be a liar to her.
Right.
Maybe I don't like this episode. No, I'm just kidding. I do. Damon tells Andy everything, she says. Mm-hmm. Damon and Alaric are drinking Brothers Bond, of course.
Of course.
Damon is lying, not telling Alaric about his sneak attack and surprise plan.
Yeah, I know. Alaric's like, all right, you gotta tell me what's going on. No killing. Don't want Jenna to get hurt, blah, blah, blah. And Damon's just like, sure, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and this, like we see later, this would be right up Alaric's alley. Like, he loves killing vampires, he loves gadgets, he loves cool weapons.
I know, but he also loves Jenna.
Yes, and he also loves to not be killed.
Correct.
We're assuming. Damon preps the dagger nevertheless, and Uncle Father John arrives at the dinner party.
Uninvited.
Who invited this bro?
Nobody.
Bonnie arrives at Jeremy's house. He has the spread set up, Ash.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I've never had that many candles lit for me. That would be fun. I want them to be unscented, though. Because could you imagine them being that many scented candles?
Oh, my gosh. You'd be like the sloth guy in Seven.
Oh, my gosh. Just one candle could be scented and the rest can be unscented.
Well, hopefully you smell good yourself and, like... You don't need scented candles. Maybe your food smells good. A little wine aroma. I don't want like a Bay Breeze candle or something. Or
you love candles.
With that spread though, I'm not trying to be distracted by a pine
Because you have all the food out?
Yeah.
Okay. Also, Pete loves candles, just so everyone knows.
Yeah, if anyone wants to send them.
But one at a time.
To my P.O. box. That I don't have. And I'm thinking, is this a good joke now? But Jeremy, the original super spreader. Is that good?
Oh.
Because he had the spread set up?
I know.
All right. Donnie? Is Donnie there? Bonnie is like, this is a date. And Jeremy's like, it's a hang thing.
It's a we kissed and now we're hanging out.
Yeah, trying to get more smooching. Bonnie says she needs Elena's approval.
Well, she didn't say she needed Elena's approval. She said she wanted to talk to Elena first. And then Jeremy's like, I didn't know my sister needed to approve who I'm kissing or whatever. But it's not like she needs to approve it for Jeremy. Bonnie needs to do the right thing by telling her best friend that she is into her brother. That's the right choice.
Okay.
I support Bonnie.
I never asked any of my former ladies' bros if I needed to kiss them or not.
What?
Do I have to... every girl I dated, I had to talk to their brother first?
No, I'm saying because Bonnie and Elena are best friends.
I was best friends with all of their siblings. Just kidding.
No, okay, so if you were gonna kiss like Joe's sister and
Go on.
and start dating her,
Go on.
wouldn't you be like, "Hey, I'm into your sister"?
We're not going to specify which Joe, but either way.
Yeah, either way.
Would I tell? I don't, probably probably I would not, just because we were all kind of scumbags in a way.
You wouldn't have told them?
Maybe after the fact.
Wait, well, girls would.
I know.
Because we're nicer.
The whole thing. Yes, Bonnie. Whatever. She should have.
Yeah, she should,
Okay.
and she's going to.
Oh, okay. Spoilers.
Well, she said, "I'm going to talk to Elena."
Elijah arrives at the dinner party. He wants Damon to reconsider if he's going to do anything dishonorable.
Yeah, I do like Elijah. Do you?
Well, let me say, Elijah is ready to kill everyone in the house, he says. Which, to answer your question, yes, that's great.
If you're dishonorable, if you try to kill me, I'm going to kill everyone in this house. It's like, he's very honest. He's very upfront. He's very much into honor and respect. And I wish I had more friends like that in my life who were like true to their word. You know what I mean? Everyone's always so flaky or wishy-washy or whatever. I want people that are just like, I say what I mean, and then I'm going to do what I say.
I do enjoy those aspects of him, yes, and that makes him honorable. Mm-hmm. One thing I don't like about him, though, Ash, all right, he's a handsome guy. I do like that. However, to me, he has a haircut that I do not enjoy. He's got a hairstyle that I do not enjoy.
He's got the JTT.
I don't think so. And I feel like people who have these types of hair usually at some point get like a drastic haircut, and it either looks great or it looks pretty good or whatever, but the fact that they walked around with bad hair for so long, they get so many more props
For the good hair change?
for the good hair, and it's like, I'm over here with good hair my whole life. Give me my props.
I just told you your hair looked nice when we sat down on the couch.
I know, but this is a long-standing beef. I'm like, oh, the guy with the long parted in the hair,
Parted in the middle hair.
Parted in the middle hair.
Part of the hair middle.
With the sawed-off feet.
Feet off soft.
The feet off saw. But this person, I like them as a person. There have been many of these guys in my life. Like them as a person, they're great. Don't love the haircut. Then they get a great haircut, short haircut, look great.
Is it because when you got your first short haircut, you didn't get appreciated? You have some trauma?
No, I did. I was one of those guys.
Yeah.
I guess it's self-loathing.
All right. Get over yourself.
All right. Elijah is telling the history of the town, talks about witches being burnt.
Burnt. We have seen this footage, this flashback.
Certainly.
These rounded up witches.
Mm-hmm. Elena is still reading the journals. Gilbert researched the originals. Mm-hmm. These originals we keep hearing about.
Yeah, Elijah and Klaus.
There's a picture of the dagger in there. Witches forged the dagger, got the ash from the thing and the burning of the church and all this.
It was supposed to be with the tree, but then the tree burnt down, but then they saved the ash and they forged the ash with the dagger, and then now you have to use the ash from the tree and the dagger to kill an original, and that's all she said.
John gave the dagger to Damon. Oh, and then Elena, she like read some fine print. It must be brandished by humans alone. Way too late.
Yeah, she said that part way too late, and then
She was like reading a paragraph and then like didn't read the last sentence and then let Damon go off and have the ash and the dagger and all this.
Yeah.
She should have read that last sentence.
she should have read another sentence after that as well, that we'll get to later.
John, oh yeah. John is trying to get Damon killed.
Yeah, because he gave all this stuff to Damon, and he knew Damon would kill Elijah. So if he did that, then Damon would be dead.
They would both Elijah and Damon. The double stab. Stefan tries to call Damon, but can't get through. He's out of whenever minutes.
Oh man, he's not. He should put him in his my faves.
Yes, exactly. You've known the guy for 150 years. He's not near my faves. Come on.
We're so old.
Jenna is being cold to Alaric. It's because of John. John wants his ring back.
Yeah, John is messing stuff up between Alaric and Jenna so that Alaric can give John his ring back. So he can be like, stop messing with me and Jenna. Leave us alone.
And this was another time in the episode where they just called Alaric. Seven just called Alaric, and I was like, oh, good idea.
Yeah.
Oh, he can't get through the Damon. What's going to happen? Oh, call Alaric. Oh, that's great.
Yeah. He didn't, I don't know, was he informed that they were having that dinner party or not?
Who knows?
I don't think we know if Stefan knows, but yeah, it's like you can't get a hold of your person. You better just call all the other people.
Damon makes a lion, witch, and wardrobe reference.
Yeah, that was cool.
Very awesome. Elijah asks Damon where the moonstone is, which makes one of the best moments of the episode later. And the witch burial ground. Alaric busts in. He's like, we forgot about dessert. Alaric's good at playing like kind of the dummy.
Yeah.
Even though he's smart.
Exactly.
He can't say it out loud. He can't... Okay, so he has the message from Stefan, but he can't say it out loud because of...
vampire ears.
Prickling ears. So he writes on a little piece of paper, the dagger will kill you if you use it.
Yeah.
Damon's like...
Damon's just like...
Damon tells Elijah that John is Elena's uncle father. My note, her pop secret.
And Elijah's just like, yeah, I know.
Elijah tells Damon and Uncle John what's up. He'd kill Damon and steal Elena in a second.
Yeah, he's like, I said I would protect you guys, but if you guys are going to be a liability or a threat, then I'm going to kill all you guys and just steal Elena.
Yeah, he's probably like, I don't love killing people, but I don't care about it.
Yeah, he's like, I made a promise. I like to keep my word, but also, if you're going to give me some grief, you're out of here.
Yeah. If Elijah makes it through this season, I bet he gets a haircut.
Pete-diction?
Pete-diction.
Okay.
Pete-sniption.
Not good.
Alaric surprised me by stabbing Elijah.
You audibly gasped.
Damon's like, WTH also.
Yeah.
I said, best part.
He came up, stabbed him in the back. I feel like you could hear it before you saw it. It was like a whoosh, and then you're like, what's that? And then you see right afterwards that the dagger is in Elijah's chest. Elijah's getting all gray and veiny.
I said that was surprising.
And then he's like, get him out of here before Jenna comes back. He was so like nonchalant about it.
Yeah.
And Damon's all like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
will do.
Hopefully that put some respect on Alaric's name for Damon.
And you thought Alaric was going to be gone.
I thought he was going to be a 3-ep and done. He's around. He and Elijah should go to the salon. Alaric's letting it get wild also.
I'm just kidding.
The mop.
Yeah, he is.
Elena and Stefan are arguing. Stefan says, don't give up. flashback. Lexi is training Stefan to be a good vampire. Training montage. Emotion, feeling, everything is intensified as a vampire. Hurt, love, other things.
She didn't say that.
No, I know. The real ones know. Stefan and Elena back in the present. Smooch.
Yeah. I like that he is honest with Elena. Like, he's not just like telling her, let me just tell you about my whole hundreds of years of lives. But when she brings it up, he's like, sure, I'll tell you about that.
And we just know, Ash, that you love honesty.
I do. Who doesn't?
Sometimes just lie to me. Not you, but if I'm talking to somebody out there and they got all this BS to say, just lie to me so I can go about on my way. If it doesn't affect me.
Oh my gosh.
No, I hate lies.
You're lying.
No. I hate lies.
Liar.
Ash, you want the truth, but you can't handle the truth.
That might be true.
Stefan tells Elena. Oh, wait, no. Speaking of no more lying, Damon and Alaric put Elijah in the Vervain basement and they promised no more lying.
To each other.
Yeah, and they're celebrating no more lying in their lives. Stefan tells Elena that Elijah is dead. Alaric did it. And then she okay,
Yeah.
go with me for a second.
I'm going.
In The Simpsons Treehouse of Horror, which is their Halloween episode.
Which are scary.
They are scary. There was one where the Simpsons get zapped up by Kang and Kodos, the aliens. Kang and Kodos.
We say go with you, and so keep going.
Okay. And while they're on the spaceship, Lisa, I think, finds a book that's like how to cook humans. Mm-hmm. And that's scary, right? This is based off a Twilight Zone.
Okay.
How to serve man or something like that. And so Kodos or Kang or whatever, one of the aliens is like, no, there's space dust on there. Brush it off. Mm-hmm. And so it's actually how to cook for humans. Oh. And they're like, oh, phew. And then Lisa's like, wait, there's more space dust on here. How to cook 40 humans? So that's kind of like this, how Elena's like, okay, the dagger and the ash. Wait, if a vampire does it, it'll kill both of them. Wait, you need to leave the dagger in. Like, they keep brushing more space dust off of this journal.
I get it. That's a good analogy. Thank you for explaining it. Uh-huh. But also, isn't it so annoying? You're like, Elena, you couldn't just have read the whole page at once? You had to read a sentence and then have 25-minute breaks in between sentences?
Yes, because she had to yell at Stefan.
Oh my gosh.
And so
Stefan tries to call him back and be like, leave the dagger in. But then they're already too late. Elijah is gone.
Well, and he's there. He's at the lake house now. He whooshed.
Yeah, he whooshed real far.
He's out and about. But we don't get to see what happens with them quite yet. Mm-hmm. Because Bonnie and Jeremy are at the crib. Mm-hmm. Jeremy's still trying to get her to do that sex spell I said.
There you go.
He wants her to channel him because she can channel liquid or different stuff, right?
Yeah, different natural elements.
Yeah, and he's like, I want you to channel me because I'm mostly water. And I said he should have said and a little bit of a couple other liquids.
Yeah, gross.
Doc Martin, isn't that his name? Doc Martin?
I always forget that guy's name.
Comes stomping in, Luca's dad.
Yeah, Luca's dad.
With his boots. And throws Jeremy against the wall, and he spells Bonnie. And she's like, he took my powers, which we're just learning all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
A witch can just take another witch's powers?
Who knows? Now it just happened.
Elijah walking up to the lake house. Okay, this was very confusing. I mean, I get it. But he grabs a handful of rocks, and then I guess he ends up throwing those rocks, and they bust open the very cheesy-looking
door.
Prop door.
You don't remember when he was in the town and he picked up the coins and he broke all the glass and all the vampires in the sun-protected glass were like, eh.
I do remember that. I talked about swordfish for a million years.
That's just his move, I guess.
That's weird. That's a weird callback. Oh, but I guess, hey, for the super fans, you're like, he likes to pick up several things and then zap them towards a thing.
He's strong. Yes.
He should have picked up one big rock, I think. That would be a better callback. He'd be like, it was a bunch of coins before, but now it's a big rock.
No, it's like, it's a bunch of small rocks.
And I can get how those small rocks did that, but like coins through glass, I get a couple of small rocks. Okay. He's strong. I got it. He can't go in the house, but he'll wait.
Yeah, I'm a very patient man.
Which, hey, he's honest, he's patient.
We love him.
Get a haircut. We're marrying you.
Yeah. You're honest, patient, trustworthy, loyal.
Yep, he's got love in his life. Peace, he meditates. Elena wants to renegotiate her contract.
Yeah, she's like, Stefan, stay here. I'm going to go talk to him.
She will turn herself into a vampire. She gets ready to stab herself. And then does.
But do you remember why this is important? Because Catherine did the same thing because they can't use the doppelganger to break the spell if they're a vampire. They have to be a human.
And Elena learned that. I learned that from you, Catherine.
Yeah, she said, I'm going to do it just like Catherine did. And Elijah starts to look real nervous.
Yeah, Elijah's mad. Like, how do you Catherine did it. And that ruined everything. Mm-hmm. She stabs herself, Matthew Lillard style. Shout out Kevin Williamson, Scream.
It's true. But before that, Elijah was like, Elena had said, and then Stefan will kill or drink my blood. Oh, wait. No, their banter was so fast. So Elijah was like, well, I call your bluff because Stefan will just cure you. And then that's when Elena's like, oh, but then I'll turn myself into a vampire. So she was able to foil everything that Elijah was trying to say. And then she does it. So she surprises Elijah that she actually did it.
But she doesn't do like the final thing, right? Because she's obviously not a vampire. She just does part of it. Yeah.
So did you write down what happens, or should we retell it?
Yeah. She then stabs Elijah. She stabs herself. She sucks the blood from Stefan's hand. Mm-hmm. And then Elijah's like, huh? And then she stabs Elijah. Yeah. Because Damon was there now. Right. He whooshed over as well.
He brought the dagger.
And then he's like, don't pull the dagger out. Like I did.
Yeah. Lol. He's like, side note.
Yeah. And I said that was another big surprise.
It was a big surprise.
A lot of surprise stabbings.
Yeah. She really did stab herself. Like, that was hurting her.
Yeah.
And then she's like, yeah, save me. And then she goes out there. Like, Elijah's gonna save her so she doesn't turn to a vampire. And then she stabs him. It was just very fast but very fun.
Totally.
You're just like, what's happening? Oh my gosh, someone's getting stabbed. Someone's sucking blood. Okay, wait, what?
If we were still on that roller coaster, that was a loop-de-loop.
It was.
Jenna is questioning Alaric about Isobel. Mm-hmm. He can't talk about it. I said, this regular drama doesn't seem that important after a big vampire drama.
I agree.
Uncle John is there. Alaric is PO'd. Alaric takes off the ring, and he's like, you're going to need it more than me, bro. You can have your ring.
Yeah, because he was trying to kill Damon.
Damon tricked Elijah with a little moonstone bar of soap. That was the best part of the whole... Okay, wait. Did I already say a different part was the best part? There were two best parts in this. Probably Alaric stabbing Elijah was a great part. And then the whole time me and Ash were talking about Bath and Body Works, little vanilla bean bars of soap.
Or coconut.
And Damon said the same thing. He's like,
Yeah,
and he says it in such a funny way.
Yeah, he looks in Elijah's jacket, and he's like, what's this? What do we have here? Oh, a little Moonstone bar soap.
Yeah, so that was great.
And I was like, I said to you, I was like, I wonder if that was an improv line, like that they also were making the joke that it's like a bar soap, like the actors. And then Damon, the character, he just made Damon, the character, say it.
Well, but wait, who has the real Moonstone?
He was just holding it.
That was the real Moonstone?
Yeah.
I thought he tricked him with a bar of soap.
No, it was a real Moonstone.
Then definitely it was like an improv or a cast joke or a little writer joke or something.
Yeah, he was like, what do we have here? Oh, a little Moonstone bar soap. He was calling the actual Moonstone a bar soap.
But then how's that tricking him?
He didn't trick anyone. He just had it in his jacket. Elijah has been in possession of the Moonstone for a while.
Oh. I really didn't get it. But, and I still don't. But all that said, yes, everyone was, the set or cast or somebody was like, this looks like a bar of soap from Bath and Body Works. Let's make a joke about it. But in that joke, it made a noob like myself not understand what was going on. I thought and wished that Damon had like slipped him a bar of soap at some point.
Oh, and that Elijah didn't have the Moonstone the whole time, that he had a bar of soap?
No, that I wasn't tracking the Moonstone in that moment. In that moment, I was like, oh, I forget where the Moonstone is at in the plot right now. But it looks like Damon tricked him with a Moonstone bar of soap, with a bar of soap. That's hilarious.
Yeah, no tricking, but remember when the werewolves were trying to get Elijah, and because they wanted the Moonstone, and then he was like, oh, here, come and get it, and he just like put it on the table, and then the werewolves came to get it, and then he just ripped them all apart, and then the last guy was like, never mind, I'm good.
No, I don't.
Oh, man.
Have to rewatch that one.
So, yeah, Elijah just has the bar of soap, the Moonstone in his pocket, and Damon's just sees it in there, but he calls it.
Yes, very funny.
Bar of soap. It's so funny. I'm glad we both enjoyed it, even though you thought something different was happening.
No matter what the case, it was very funny.
It was super funny.
I said so many people are going to take that dagger out of Elijah's chest in the ensuing episodes.
Okay.
He's not just dead with a dagger in his chest that you can just take out and he's alive. And I said, can't they cut his head off or something?
Yes, they said that's the only way you can kill an original.
Stefan reminds Damon of Lexi. He's like, oh, Lexi. And Damon probably feels bad.
Yeah, he does.
He reminds Damon of Lexi's existence, not like, hey, you remind me of Lexi.
No, yeah, I know. He just brings her up to Damon.
Flashback, Lexi tells Damon that his hate is not under control. He tells her to help Stefan. He's a sweetie boy.
Yeah, but also he should have stayed and got her help as well, because then they could have repaired their brothers' bond.
Oh.
And lived a happier life.
Ash, last scene of the ep. Damon comes home. Catherine is showering.
Yeah.
Now that Elijah is dead, the compulsion is off. She was lying.
She was like, if I told you not to kill him, to kill him. Wait, what? I'm saying it backwards. I know if I told you not to kill him, that you would kill him.
And he did.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And
now you're gonna...
You got a robe for me?
Hand me that robe.
Yeah.
Ash.
What?
How many fangs you got on this one?
2 fangs.
Why?
It had so many good moments.
Totally.
There was lots of good surprises, and it was fooling you. And also, I think it was a 2 for me because of my experience of watching it next to you and hearing you being like, oh, Catherine's stuck in the tomb for good. Mm-hmm. And hearing you gasp and stuff and just like going along for the ride. It tricked you, so that gives it a 2 fangs.
I had on my gasp mask. Ash, in an unprecedented turn of events, 4 fangs.
Tops and bottoms?
I was going to say, I said both bros.
Oh.
Fangs out.
Wow.
4 Fangs, best ep thus far.
You were a fan.
It's very good. Lots of stabbings. Lake house.
Yeah, it was really good.
Some steam.
And also, it wasn't all about werewolves.
No. Ugh.
I know.
End that chapter.
Get out of here.
We want the Elijah getting a haircut chapter now.
And bye to Uncle John.
Bye to Uncle John. That was episode 15. We have about 7 more in season 2.
What other Pete-dictions do you have?
Some S is gonna hit the F.
Mm-hmm.
I think that Bonnie will get Elena's blessing to smooch her brother, because everyone needs to do that. Uncle John.
When I watched this show originally, I was not feeling Jeremy, but he's really cute.
Yeah, he's cool.
He's much cuter and more likable than I remembered the first time.
I think we won't see Ty for a minute. I wonder where Caroline will get back into the story.
Yeah, she wasn't here this week.
There's certainly, I mean, the next episode is gonna start the very minute that this episode ended. So it's gonna be like a back shot on Catherine.
Putting on a robe.
Putting on a robe. Mm-hmm.
You wish.
And then, no, but Catherine is going to be messing some stuff up now that she's out of the tomb. She was on ice for a minute.
She said that she was going to help them. She said,
okay,
I didn't leave. I'm going to help you.
She's a big liar, too.
Okay.
I still think that probably like Klaus, if he's going to show up, it's going to be later in the season. Elijah, probably. Ooh, I wonder who's going to come pull that dagger out. Maybe someone we've never met before. He's got to have some cronies.
Well, he has Luca's dad still around.
Yeah, Doc Martin is mad. Marty! I'm mad. Doc Martin's around. Luca's mad. There'll be some witch troubles. We're out of the werewolves, wins through the witches.
Into the witches. Do you think that Elena's still, like, in danger?
Always. She'll always be in danger. Always.
Okay.
Until, like, the very last episode of season 8. When she is a vampire. Just kidding. I don't know about that. They might cut to her being old and Stefan still being his age.
Those are 2 very different Pete-dictions, but you don't have to choose now.
No, we'll see. Ash, we're on the precipice. New things will reveal themselves. I don't have a lot of Pete-dictions.
All right, sounds good.
Ash, I would say just anyone who wants to comment at us.
Yeah.
We love that. At Peter L. Harmon, Twitter, Instagram. I have some books for sale on the internet. You can look those up. I don't know what else to say, Ash. We're working hard over here.
Yeah.
Living life, watching TV, doing pods.
It's almost summer.
Almost summer. We might be a little spotty over this summer. We'll still try and hit you with the eps.
Yeah, we're gonna keep watching and recording, and if you miss a week, we'll be back the next week.
Of course,
We won't ever be gone long.
No,
But we are
watching
2 parents with 2 kids, and we got a lot going on.
Yep, we will be watching 8 seasons of this show or whatever it is.
Yeah, maybe once people start paying us to do this show, we can be every week with fidelity. But until then, leave us some comments, rate, review, subscribe.
Oh, love that. Tell your fiends.
Your vampire fiends.
Ash. I bet, okay, so we got a certain amount of listens this year, which I'm actually very happy and proud of, which we don't have to disclose.
That's exciting.
But if we got the same amount in the following year, that'd be fine. But I bet we double it, Ash. I bet we double the amount of listens of this year. So it's like this year plus double that is what I'm going for.
I understand how doubling works. That's exciting. That would be great.
Because every day we're getting listens and we're just releasing more eps.
Yeah. And then we're going to keep getting into the next seasons. Oh,
Yeah.
and then there's the Fear Street show coming out on Netflix.
3 Fear Street movies.
Yeah. Oh, I thought they were like long shows. What are those called?
Shows.
Like an anthology series or something. But that's cool. We're gonna definitely pod about those.
Okay. We'll see if they merit a pod each or one long pod.
And I read a Fear Street book last summer. We should get
Yes.
one to read this summer.
Oh man, we're putting out content, Ash.
Oh yeah, because I'm almost done with work.
Wow.
And you already are.
Ash will be engineering these herself. She'll be editing them.
I could do it. I know how to use it.
All right, anyway. Now we're just
All right.
subjecting you all to our private
Just
conversation.
our regular life.
Yep. And we know that's what you're here for, you little freaks. You voyeurs.
Oh.
No, but we enjoy that people listen to this, and we enjoy doing it. All right.
It's fun. Okay, bye.